Good morning, welcome to Hekate's Crossing. Okay, we're going to continue the study of Thoth. Oops, I need to grab the book, don't I? Oh, a minute, here, there it is. Right, I was shuffling and two cards flipped out. We've started with the Six of Wands, which is victory. Now we do have Seven of Cups and it's reversed. Now, if it was upright, it would say debauchery, like as in debauchery as in a sense of out there, outside the box, totally extreme energy, extreme fantasy, extreme behavior, if you like, extreme behavior in some way. And so it's seven of vessels, or Seven of Cups, should I say, Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups reversed. So it has that sense of, okay, we're not going to be debauchery, we're going to be a sense of be well behaved. So to have success, we need to be sort of well behaved. We need to sort of be in this energy that allows us this sense of not being too extreme in our behaviours, being able to sort of choose wisely in what we're doing. Maybe we already are, but that's why we have the success and the victory. Let's see what other card comes up before we go diving into the guidebook. We need one more card. Oh, two more cards. Okay, we've got the Sun and Lust. Okay, so we've got the sense of lust as in, which would normally be like strength in a way, is that sense of passion, that courage, that ability to, there's a very sexual energy about it, and to have the sun energy is to have that everything sort of coming in the right direction. So let's have a look and see what it says actually in the guidebook here. Just because we're learning, right? We're studying the deck, we're starting to sort of get to know it, we want to sort of think. This is my initial thoughts about the cards. We're going to look at the images a little bit more. So you've got that sense of victory, success. Like I said, we had this I'm sort of talking about behaving in a way. There's this passion, this lust, this sort of lust for life, if you like, this sense of living life to the fullest. You know, even though we might not be extreme in our behaviour, we can still live life to the fullest. We can still have the passions that we want. It just means that we're not reckless. Okay, that we choose wisely in what we want to do, and that the sun shines on the situation, that we're happiness and we've found our contentment. So let's have a look and start with Six of Wands. So what is Six of Wands actually mean in the card? So let's have a look and see what it actually says. Six of Wands. Okay, so it's victory, which we said. Tephareth in the suit of fire, so it's very far, we know it's fire. Jupiter in Leo. Okay, three wands of three adepts in arranged order, 9 flames, burn its flames. Okay, the messages talks about energy, and its reception and reflection by the feminine are typified. Okay, so let's have a look and see what it says in here. It's got quite a lot in this book, so you sort of got to go through and sort of find what you're wanting. Right, Six of Wands. Energy in balanced manifestation, love, gain and success, triumph after strife, and insolence and pride. So it does talk about, so there might have been some challenges in the past, and now you have victory and success. Okay, the next one we have is the Seven of Cups, right? Now remember, this is actually reversed. So Seven of Cups. Okay, so it would normally be about delusion, illusionary success, drug addiction, intoxication, guilt, lying and deceit. Promises unfulfilled, lust, fornication, dissipation in love and friendship, and vanity. So maybe in this way it feels like that we're releasing all that delusion, we've got the victory and success, right? But because this is reversed, we're releasing. It doesn't have to, we don't have to read reverses, remember, but I do feel like this is quite important in saying that we're releasing all that delusion, we're releasing that guilt, that lying, that deceit, any promises that are unfulfilled. We're releasing the lust. Like, quite interesting to have these cards here. We've got victory and success, and there's something being released so that we can have this, but there's a lust for life here. So it's interesting that it says that we're going to release all this delusion, this drug addiction, intoxication. We're releasing all that stuff that's been going on for us to have victory and success. It's because we've released the past. So let's have a look and see what the lust card says. I like doing this to have a look and see what the book actually says. I mean, I've got my own thoughts that come through, which are fine, but then the cards can offer us a little bit more. Right, lust gives us courage and strength, which we said energy. So maybe we have more courage and more strength. Okay, so this is what I want to sort of look at the book. I've got my ideas and I just was sort of mucking around, remembering what I'm doing at the moment is pretending that it was like, not really pretending, but thinking, okay, I really don't know the cards and now it's time to start learning about them. So this is what we're doing. Courage, strength, energy, use of magical power, control of life force, great love affair, and resort to magic. Okay, so if we look at the cards from the book's perspective, right, because that's what we're doing. So we have the sense of victory and success. We're releasing all the delusions and everything like that. So it's giving us the courage and the strength and the energy and control over life to be glory, gain, riches, triumph, pleasure, frankness. The sun, this is what the sun's giving us. Glory, gain, riches, triumph, pleasure, frankness, truth, shamelessness, manifestation. Recovery from sickness, so sometimes sudden death. If it's ill-dignified arrogance and vanity. Okay, so when we're looking at this, we're learning from the guidebook, right? So we're just learning the cards, getting to know them. This is our thing. Okay, so we've got this sense of victory. We've had some battles, we've had some challenges. We're releasing the debauchery, if you like. You're releasing all that, partying. Releasing the addictions, the alcohol, releasing all those things, the delusions, right? Releasing all that. We now have the courage and the strength to gain what we want, to have that sense of feeling like we are moving into riches, triumphs. We're moving into the successes and the victories. I think this is sort of confirmation that we've managed to have the courage to achieve what we want because we've released this. So that's what we're learning. That's what I want to do with this. I'm like working out, like I don't know anything about the cards and I'm just learning the Thoth. And that's what we want to do. We want to sort of start, when we pull a deck out to study and learn, sometimes it's quite good to go back to the basics as though working from it as though we don't know anything. And that's why we don't skip anything. Because if we go, oh yeah, we know it, we know what we're doing, we're going to skip over important information. So that's what I want to do, is really go back to, okay, I don't know anything about this card, what does it mean? I've got my initial thoughts, like initially, like, okay, we've got victory and success, we've got the sense of releasing whatever it is that we had going on here. We have this courage and the strength, the lust for life. When I say lust for life, we're living life to the fullest. Okay, we've given ourselves that ability to do that, to live our life to the fullest, to have that sense of a new day, a renewal, a sense of contentment, satisfaction, the sense of there's been a gain in everything that we've work towards. We're achieving results, achieving something positive for ourselves. So yeah, now we've gone through and we've read the guidebook, and now we're able to sort of just choose what we feel makes sense for us in this moment. Remember, every time we do a reading, we may see or feel something different as we get to know the cards a little bit more. So there we are. That's another Thoth Tarot study as we're learning the cards from the beginning. That's it from me. Take care and blessed be.